Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome and thanks for joining me. In today's video, I want to talk about something that this is one of those things that seems like it should work, but it doesn't. I kind of want to explain why. So let me show you what I'm talking about first. Let's say that we are playing a blues in A, right? We've got A7, D7, E7. Now, we know, or you probably know, that we could play the A minor pentatonic scale or the A minor blues scale over that A7. Now, on top of that, you might also know that we're kind of shoehorning something that doesn't necessarily belong. So the A minor blues scale doesn't actually 100% go with an A7 chord. An A7 chord has a C sharp in it. The A minor pentatonic or the A minor blues scale, they're interchangeable for our purposes, has a C natural, a flatted third as opposed to a major third. But it works okay. We're happy with it. We've learned to love it. It's the blues, right? We hear this all the time. Probably 90% of all the blues solos that you hear all over the world from all different artists from all walks of life use that sound. So you might think, okay, well then when it goes to the 4 chord, the D7, I should be able to use a D minor. And that should work just fine. But here's the thing. If I actually do that, and I have a little blues in my looper here, so if I turn my looper on and I do that, so A minor, then I go to D minor, back to A minor, E minor, it's kind of a weird sound. It's one of those things where, yeah, every once in a while it might sound okay. It depends exactly on, it depends on exactly which notes you hit. But by and large, it's probably not a sound that you're going to like. It's not a sound I would ever choose to use. Interestingly enough, if you go back through the decades and you look at, I've transcribed many thousands of measures worth of music in my life, many, many hundreds of solos, and I have never, ever, ever seen that done over a standard blues. Never. Not in no Albert King songs, no B.B. King songs, no Freddie King songs, no Stevie Ray Vaughan, no Eric Clapton, no Jimi Hendrix, no Johnny Winter, none of them. I have never seen that done. I've never seen that approach used. That tells me that I'm not the first guy to not like it. Okay, so that's kind of an easy thing to put together. However, there is one awesome place to do that, and that is a situation where we do a minor blues. Let's say we have all minor chords. So we have our 1 chord is minor, and then we go up to the 4 chord, and it's also minor. And then we go back to the 1 chord, and it's minor. And then we have the 5, and it's minor, and the 4 is minor, and back to the 1 is minor. And we might even go back to the 5 at the end. Well, if we have that, what you'll discover is not only does changing to the minor for each one of those work, it sounds fantastic. Check it out. So here comes my 4 chord. Sounds great. Back to my 1 chord. 5, 4, 1. It actually works great. So keep this in mind. As always, you have to know the chords that you're playing over. If they're all dominant 7th chords, moving the minor, going from, say, A minor to D minor, from an A7 to a D7 chord, it's just not going to work out so well. You can try it. Again, I never like to be the kind of person that says, no, that's wrong. If you like it, knock yourself out. Like I said, I can't find any examples in hundreds of solos and thousands of bars of music that I've transcribed over the years. So, like I said, I'm not the first person to decide they don't like that sound. If you do, knock yourself out. But when you have all three chords are minor, it works great. You go from A minor pentatonic. When the chords go to the D minor, you go to the D minor pentatonic, and it works very, very well. If you got confused a little bit watching me do that, I started out playing here in box 1. I went up to box 1 in D earlier on, at the first time it went to the 4 chord, but when it went to the 5 chord, I went to box 4. And then when it went to the 4 chord, I went to box 4 there. And then I went back up here for, box 2 when I went back to the 1 chord. So don't feel like you have to stay in the same patterns. As my chords go down, my melodies can still go up. And I've got a lot of other videos on all the different boxes and all that stuff, so I won't get into that here. This is more about an approach. I just want to sort of give you that bird's eye view of, if all the chords are 7th chords, changing the key like that isn't going to work out. But if all the chords are minor, it's going to work out great, and you should try it because it's really cool. All right, so short video today. That's going to wrap us up. As always, if you got a friend that you think would dig this video, please feel free to share it with them. I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.